on Sunday. Sweet lady, get undressed, and I'll place a scoop of Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean ice cream on the heels of your breast, and then I'll slowly suck off each nipple that becomes erect. Then I'll place a maraschino cherry on your belly button, cause woman, you know when it comes to feasting on your love, I'm a glutton. I have a sweet tooth, so lady, lay back while I spray a can of whipped cream from your belly button to the inner regions of your thighs, tracing the contour of your body with my tongue while anticipating tasting your chocolate-covered surprise. And once I'm done licking your inner thighs with my tongue, I'll turn you over and pour chocolate syrup on the arch of your back, slowly licking off each drop of the sweet syrup before it drips inside of your crack. See, I believe that every woman deserves to experience the sensation of having a slow tongue lick chocolate syrup from on top of her curves. And honestly, I get a mental erection from just imagining licking your cocoa-covered complexion. And the taste of your orgasmic juices is sweeter than any sugar-coated convection. See, your womanhood is dripping wet with desire. It resembles a pink cream-filled puff pastry. Now I'm fishing my tongue licking the inner lips of your womanhood. It's so fluffy and tasty. Woman, there's no denying the taste of your love is satisfying. No artificial sweetness when I'm eating you. And sweetheart, I promise there will be no stopping until I taste your whipped topping. And that sweet loving that drips from in between your thighs is my sugar high. It provides me with an energy boost. And when I'm done licking you undercover, your inner thighs will resemble a whipped cream covered chocolate mousse. Baby, I have a sweet tooth, and you taste better than a chocolate brownie a la mode. Don't hold back, I want you to explode all over my face, leaving me to savor the taste of the sweet syrupy juice that oozes from inside of you. Tonight, I have a sweet tooth, and I don't give a damn about calories or getting a cavity. I just want you to hurry home so you can satisfy my craving. My most cherished memories as a child was eating my grandmother's soul food. And you know, ain't no cooking like Granny's cooking. I remember my granny used to cook me soul food. I would stand in the kitchen and listen to the sounds of the hot Crisco sizzling, and I loved to inhale the lingering smell of a collard greens and fried chicken. And my taste buds savored the flavor of a macaroni and cheese, mustard greens, and black-eyed peas. And my granny could bake. To this day, I still don't know what secret ingredient she used to make a peach cobbler and socket to me cake, but it was bomb. And I can see my granny's hands now, stirring ingredients of love in the pots, making cornbread dressing using the Jiffy box and chicken broth. And I would sit at the kitchen table and watch while she added hot sauce to the collard greens and ham hocks in the pot.
Wash your hands and pull up a chair. Boy, don't forget to thank the Lord before you stuff your face. Get ready to fill your belly with this hot water cornbread and these. Feeling all the love and warmth in the room, yeah.
See, my granny was from the South, and she could create culinary masterpieces that would melt in my mouth. But she always made sure that I washed my hands and said grace before I began to stuff my face, and was quick to remind me about all the children out there starving, so I needed to be grateful for everything I ate on my plate. And if you could just taste the delicious soul food dishes my granny would create. And back then I wasn't concerned with the fact that chitlins was pig intestines, because the fact that we even had food to eat was a blessing. But like all meals must end, my grandmother's life came to an end. And the saddest day of my life was the day my grandmother died, because all I had left to remind me of her were recipes of fried chicken, black-eyed peas, and sweet potato pies. And honestly, that's why I cook soul food to this day, because sometimes when I stir the pots, I feel her spirit guide my hands. Sometimes when I'm cooking, I begin reminiscing, and I swear I can hear the voice of my granny in the kitchen, and she's telling me, grandson, add one more ham hock into that crock pot. Add a little bit more hot sauce, and baby, don't be so stingy with the seasoning sauce. See, my granny's memories live on in those gumbos I prepared during the holiday seasons, and I pass on to my beautiful daughters the cooking traditions I learned from my granny's kitchen.
Wash your hands and pull up a chair. Boy, don't forget to thank the Lord before you stuff your face. Get ready to fill your belly with this hot water cornbread and these. Feeling all the love and warmth in the room, yeah. When you're eating ready soul food.
And Granny, there's not a day that passes by when I don't miss you. And I often wish you were still here, wishing God would somehow allow you to reappear so you could hear the lyrics to this latest poem. But the empty pots and pans in the kitchen remind me that God has called you home. And all I have left of you are memories of the past, my dear. I often reminisce about the times when you were here. And I miss you most during the holidays, while listening to the Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, and Donny Hathaway. And Thanksgiving has never been the same ever since you passed away. But I know when I die, I'll be reunited with you in the sky. I can see you standing at the heaven's gate, waiting on me with a plate of sweet potato pie.
Wash your hands and pull up a chair. Boy, don't forget to thank the Lord before you step your face. Get ready to fill your belly with this hot water cornbread and these. Feeling all the love and warmth in the room, yeah.
Baby, there's a tropical island I want to take you to. A paradise beyond compare, a hidden lair in Jamaica where I'll strip you bare, use my teeth to remove your underwear. So pack your lingerie today, let's fly away, I want to take you there. We can walk hand in hand on the golden sands of 7 Mile Beach, then retreat to the privacy of our luxury suite. Nestled atop the cliffs of Negril, Jamaica, overlooking a picture-perfect view of the Caribbean Sea. Imagine you and I in a private villa, surrounded by a tropical setting, making love in a bed equipped with a canopy made of mosquito netting. But there will be no fretting about those mosquitoes, because the only one sucking fluid from your body will be me. The beauty of our beachfront villa is incredible. We'll bask in the splendor of tropical surroundings that are breathtaking. Just make sure that you pack a pair of edible panties, because I promise you unforgettable lovemaking. And while in the grill, I want to see you wear something see-through. And I can't wait to treat you to an erotic massage in our room with the sea view. And our room has all the amenities, so there will be no need for intrusion. I planned 69 activities for us to do in total seclusion. And this romantic getaway is designed to relieve your mind of all frustration, separating us from the stress of civilization. We'll bask in an exotic eating of lavish accommodation. Enjoy erotic spa massages designed to bring our minds relaxation. And we can dance to the sounds of a steel drum, chill and drink some Jamaican rum. And we could watch the sky turn pink at sunset, and then I'll dive deep inside your pink waters when we make love on the pool deck. See, while in the grill, you get whatever you want. Dinner at the finest restaurants. I want to take you so you can enjoy Jamaica's romantic ambiance. And if you're in the mood for good food, your appetite will be more than satisfied. We'll have a candlelit dinner on the beach of the grill, a private chef to prepare our gourmet meals. We'll dine on lobster, snappers, cocktail prawns, and crayfish. And for my dessert, I'll have you lay on your back so I can snack on my favorite dish. And if you don't want to go out to eat, we have 24-hour in-room dining. We can stay secluded and I'll feast on you. This getaway is long overdue. And the only sightseeing I intend to do is marveling at the view of your beautiful body, my love. Your beautiful round mound is the only sight I intend to take pictures of. And we have uncompromised privacy at our resort. All sorts of water sports. But you know my favorite water sport is deep sea diving. So I may want you to disrobe so I can swim in your ocean's cove. I want to make you clench your teeth as I explore your reef, making you leave splash waterfalls all over the sheets. Sweetheart, I have a romantic island I want to take you to. A retreat from despair where you can let down your hair. A hidden lair in the grill where I'll strip you bare, use my teeth to remove your underwear. No need to wonder where, I want to take you there. The only thing I want to know is, will you come with me? Will you come with me? See, you haven't made love until you made love to the yellow mine on the white sign, girl. I want to lift up your skirt and lift. They say it's better to have loved and to have lost than to have never loved at all. This is a poem dedicated to the love I lost. I met her in college. I was seduced by her smile, her charisma and style, and I loved how she wore a mini skirt tight. We met during the spring semester, and I'll never forget her. It felt like love at first sight. Her name was Paradise, and I was spellbound by her honey brown eyes. She smelled fresher than the scent of spring. And I knew it was real love, far from a fling, because inside of my stomach I could feel the flutter of butterfly wings. See, back then I was a starving college student with no money to spend, so I wrote paradise love poems. I wrote of how her kisses tasted sweeter than cinnamon, brown sugar, and honeycomb. Evenings at my place we cuddle in a passionate embrace. She rubbed my head while laying in bed listening to the love poems I read and wrote exclusively for her. See, being young and naive, I wanted to believe that our love could withstand hurricanes of hard times. And once we weathered our storms, we would be happily wed together forever. However, during her junior year in college, her kisses began to feel cold like the frigid weather of the winter seasons. My lack of money became the main reason. Paradise started receiving bad grades, complained her tuition could get paid due to a lack of financial aid. And I tried to persuade Paradise to stay enrolled in college, but she was no longer thirsty for knowledge. She no longer wanted to pursue a college degree. She wanted a new pair of shoes and a shopping spree. And her birthday was coming up, so in order to purchase new boots, she decided to start stripping down to a birthday suit. It was then that temptation entered our relation, disguised as a female acquaintance. Camouflage beneath Gucci and Prada, temptation was high maintenance. Temptation enticed Paradise into becoming a stripper. Gave her advice on how to spot a big tipper. Taught her how to keep men in a trance by moving the voluptuous hips during a lap dance. Paradise was on a mission to purchase purses from Christian Dior. She wanted diamonds to glisten and didn't have time to listen to my love poetry anymore. Eventually she got her own place and we parted. I missed seeing her face and I was left feeling lonely and brokenhearted. But I would see her on TV making cameos and low-budget music videos. I even heard she was doing pornos with her body fully exposed. But a few years ago, I got news that Paradise was sick. It turns out she was slowly dying of the AIDS virus. In all these years we've been apart, I assumed that she was married to a baller living in wealth. But when I went and saw her, she was a shell of her former self, dying from deteriorating health. Her skin was pale, she looked thin and frail. She weighed less than 80 pounds on the scale as a result of having a low count of T-cells. And she admitted to having unsafe sex to get paid. Because the men wore no latex, she ended up contracting AIDS. And she told me, Kyrie, I learned that all that glitter ain't gold. And I sold the devil my soul the day I started sliding down that stripper pole. I kissed Paradise on her forehead, lovingly held her hand, and it was then I began to recite all the love poems I had written for her while back in college. And I tasted the bitter taste of my own tear stains when I reminded her of how her kisses used to taste sweeter than cinnamon, honeycomb, and sugar cane. And after I spit the last poem, her health began to fail. She took a last breath and exhaled, and I kissed Paradise farewell. And I cried all night when I came home to write this poem, wishing that Paradise had never died of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS. She died of AIDS. And I swore if I ever came across a beautiful young girl who was poor and immature and enticed by the allure of selling her body for a price, I would tell her, sweetheart, no amount of money is worth your life. And ironically, just the other day, dancing erotically in front of me as I walked past the strip club, I saw a beautiful brown-skinned exotic dancer that reminded me of the love I lost. So I walked up to her in a gentle, loving tone, and I told her these words: sweetheart, always practice safe sex and never think twice, or you may end up paying the ultimate price. And when she asked me why was I relaying this advice, I recited this poem of how I lost paradise. How I lost paradise. Rest in peace. Safe sex, y'all. Safe sex. See, I've learned that if a man truly wants to satisfy a woman sexually, he has to stimulate her intellectually. He has to go deep. And baby, tonight, I'm going deep. And I want to explore the contour of your ocean floor. I want you to feel my manhood slide deep inside your womanly waters. I want you to feel each backstroke as I glide and soak in your wetness like the rivers of the Nile. Tonight, I'm going in for a swim, and I intend to descend tongue first to test your extreme depths. So I'll hold my breath and let my tongue deep dive and explore corridors of your crevice where no man's tongue has ever gone before. Tonight I'm going deep, plunging deep inside of you, immersing my tongue in the circular motion. Tonight, woman, I'm a pearl diver looking for your pearl tongue, submerging to the deepest regions of your ocean. Tonight, I'm going deep. And I'll dive deeper than your surface while searching for your buried treasure. Slowly using my hands to explore the erogenous zones that brings your body pleasure. And I'll begin by lifting your brows while getting you mentally aroused. Then I'll whisper in your ear to stimulate your cerebral hemisphere. Then I'll dive deep within your pink pool with no fear of drowning, because, woman, I use Magnum XLs for my diving gear. And I know most men are only interested in lifting up your skirt so they can dive undercover. But tonight, I'll make you squirt, because I know how to penetrate the inner regions of your mind that your former lovers failed.